Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a brioche Christmas tree. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to grab a mixing bowl, and into your mixing bowl place all of your bread flour along with the salt, and then give this a good mix just to combine the two, as you don't want the salt to come in contact with the yeast. Once you've combined the two, you can then go ahead and start to add the remainder of your ingredients, so your sugar, your dried yeast, your butter, eggs and milk. Then mix this on a low speed to start with for around 2 to 3 minutes, working your way up to a medium-high speed for a further 6 to 8 minutes, or until the dough pulls away from the sides of the bowl. Lightly flour your work surface with a small amount of bread flour, then place your dough onto it. Don't worry if your dough seems a little sticky. Then you can go ahead and bring your dough back into a ball shape, and then place it into a bowl which has been lightly oiled. I use a flavourless oil like a vegetable oil, but you can feel free to use whichever oil you have to hand. It doesn't have to be any, but just any flavourless and colourless oil. Then cover the bowl with some cling film and leave somewhere for around 45 minutes to an hour, or until the dough has doubled in size, and here is what mine look like. As you can tell, it's just touching the top of the cling film, which is the perfect amount. Then you can go ahead and knock it back. I normally do this on the work surface, but it was easier to start in the bowl, then add it onto your floured surface and just knock it back. This is just to remove any of the air that has built up in the hour during its first proof. Once you're knocking the dough back, you'll want to bring it into a rough square or rectangle shape. Then tip over all of your chocolate chips and just fold the dough up as if there was no chocolate chips there. Bringing it together, this will help distribute the chocolate chips throughout the dough, and just give it a brief knead until they are fully incorporated and fairly distributed throughout the dough. You can then go ahead and start to scale off the dough. I always take the dough weight and divide it by how many balls of dough I need. So for this recipe I needed 11, and it works out to be, I fit roughly about 115 grams. You can scale all of your dough and then start to round it off. I just use the palm of my hand and the side of my hand and the work surface to get as smooth as possible. So when it comes to placing the balls of dough onto a tray, you'll want to go ahead and make the Christmas tree shape. So start with 1 at the bottom for the trunk, then do 4 on top of that, but not too close, but close enough that once they prove up, they'll batch together. Then on top of that, you'll want to do 3, followed by 2, then 1. You may want to use a large baking tray. Then you can cover it with cling film and leave somewhere until it proves up. So here is what the dough looks like once it's been fully proved, and again, this is the second time. You can just tell it's ready. You should be able to press the dough gently and it should spring back. If it doesn't, then your dough isn't ready, and you'll want to continue to prove until you can touch it and it springs back. Then you can go ahead and egg wash the chocolate chip brioche all over, ensuring that you do the sides and the gaps in between. You want a good colouring all over. Once it's fully egg washed, you can then go ahead and place it into your preheated oven. I will leave all of that information in the blog post, which you will find linked down below. So here is what the tree looks like once it's fully baked and it's been allowed to cool for around about half an hour. You don't have to do this, you could leave it as simple as this, but I drizzled over some Nutella just to add a bit more of a decoration, to be like the garland or tinsel that goes on the tree. Then I just scatter over some sprinkles as more decoration, but again, you don't have to do this, you can just keep it very simple. So thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and links to all my social media, so don't forget to go and follow me over on there, as I am trying to be a bit more active during the month of December. But that's all for today, I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.